Hello everyone, welcome to this question. In this question, we'll be studying about a question which appeared in IIT-JAM Mathematical Statistics Exam 2021. This is a 2-mark question and this is a numerical answer type question. So in this question, they are asking to you that if you are given this region S, where S is, what is S? That is some parallelogram which is marked by these 4 points, right? For this parallelogram here, you are to evaluate this integral and you are to take the limits from this parallelogram, the given region, right? So you have to ultimately tell what is the value of this double integral taken over the limits x and the limits y. So here, let's start solving this question. So in order to solve this integral given over s, that is x plus 2y dx and dy, right? What do we require? We require the limits. So how can we obtain the limits? For that, you are to see what is s. So for s, we are given, what is s? We are given s is some parallelogram which is marked by these 4 points. So let's have a geometrical look at this s. So for that, I would have to draw this coordinate system, right? So let's draw a coordinate system over here, right? So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis, this is the point origin. Here let's mark some points, say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5, and again here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. What we have to do? We have to plot the points 1, 0. So let's plot the points 1, 0. So it would be this point, right? Next, so let me mark this 1, 0. Let's call this point number A. Then 3, 2. 3, 2 would be somewhere here. This is 3, 2. Let's mark this as B, right? C point is 3, 5. 3, 5 would be somewhere here, right? So this is, say, C, 3, 5, and the fourth point we have is 1, 3. 1, 3 would be somewhere here. So let's mark this as D, 1, 3. So let's join all of these 4 points together through straight lines. Why? Because this is a parallelogram over here. So let's draw our parallelogram. Okay, so this is a parallelogram, right? For this parallelogram over here, this is the given region S. So this is the given region S, right? Now here we have to see what are the limits of x, what are the limits of x and y. So in order to evaluate this, we are to calculate what is the limits of x, what is the limit of y. So for that, you have to see in your figure that what is the variation in x and y. So if you see, your region in x resides from this part to this part, and in y it varies from this portion to this much portion, right? So if you see here at this end, we have a straight line here. So that means if you see the value of x here, we have 1 here and 1 here. So that means x is constant throughout this line, that is 1. And this region completely ends at this point with this line. So that means here you see the value of x is nothing but 3. So you see in whole of your region, x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 3. They are fixed. So what is remaining? You have to check what is the limit of y. So if you see the limit of y at this point, at the point here the value is 0 and here the value is 2. So y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2. So y has variable limits. Why? Because it varies on the lower side as well as on the upper side. On the upper side, you see one point has the value 3 and the another point has the value 5. So that means they differ and they are not fixed. So y has variable limits here. How do you know that? We know that by viewing our region, right? A region S. So once you know this thing, that means you already have one thing, that the limits of x, they are fixed, right? So you already know, if you wanted to solve this integral x plus 2y, so the limits of x, they are fixed. So you can keep the limits of x like this here. So first of all, we have to solve here y. For that we require the limits of y. So what are the limits for y? For this we have to take the variable limits of y. And how we can proceed for that? For that we just have to take some horizontal line passing in the direction of y, right? So we have to take a horizontal line. Suppose this is our line. Now what is the idea? That here this line enters the this horizontal line which we have marked by green, that enters the region at the line AB, and it crosses the region and moves out of the region from the point, from the line C and D, right? This line and this line, right? So for that, what do we require? We require the equation of both of these lines. So can you calculate the equation of the line AB? A has points 1, 0 and B has points 3 and 2. So you know, with two given points we can very easily calculate the equation of line. So the equation of line AB, equation of line AB with the value of A as this and B as this, is y minus 1 point, that is 0, that is equal to the differences. If you remember the formula, you have y minus y naught, that is equal to y1 minus y naught upon x1 minus x naught into x minus x naught, where you have the 2 points, first point as x0 y0 and the second point as x1 and y1. So this is the formula that we use here, right? This is the formula for equation of line. So here we have 2 minus 0 divided by 3 minus 1 into x minus 1. So when you solve this, we have the equation of line as equal to, so this thing is equal to y is equal to 2 divided by 2 cancels out, so y is equal to x minus 1. So this is the equation of line AB. Similarly, we'll calculate the equation of line CD, because we require only that, equation of line CD. So what is the point C? Let's have a look. C is 3, 5 and D is 1, 3. So C is 3, 5 and D is what? 1, 3. Okay. So here, what is the equation of line? So equation of line could be very easily calculated again using that formula. So it is equal to 5 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 1 into x minus 1, right? So this is y minus 3, this is equal to 2 by 2, that is 1, x minus 1. So finally the equation of line is equal to y is equal to x plus 2. So this is the equation of line CD. So that means when this green vertical line enters this region at this line AB at this point, what is the value of y here? Y is variable and could be calculated by using the equation of this line, which we have just calculated. What is that? Y is equal to x minus 1, and here it leaves the region at CD. So here what is the equation of line? We have just calculated this to be y is equal to x plus 2. So that means we have obtained our limits. The variable limits are, so therefore your integral with this one that you already know, you didn't earlier knew the value of y and the limits for y. So now you have the lower limit as equal to x minus 1 and the upper limit as equal to x plus 2. Why? We have just, because we have just calculated the limits. Now the task that is remaining is to evaluate and solve this expression. So that's pretty simple. So we just have to solve this integral. So let's solve. Firstly, we have to solve this much portion. So how can in this case we are integrating with respect to y, so that means in this case we have to keep x as constant. So for the first term it would be xy, and for the second term it would be 2y square divided by 2, and here we would substitute the limits of y as x minus 1 to x plus 2 and keeping dx as such. So we can substitute the limits here. So when you substitute in place of y, you can substitute these limits. So we'll keep x as such. In place of y, when you substitute the upper limit, it would be x plus 2, right? Plus this 2 and 2 cancels out. So here it would be x plus 2 whole square. This is according to the upper limit. Now according to the lower limit, x would be as such, and then you have x minus 1, right? And then minus x minus 1 whole square into dx. So we just have to simplify this expression. So this thing would be equal to, so you could solve the terms. It would be x square plus 2x plus x square plus 4x plus 4, right? Minus the lower limit terms, it would be x square minus x plus x square minus 2x plus 1 whole of this. We have to perform again the integration with respect to x, right? So you could solve this and simplify the terms. So you see this term cancels with this one, this cancels with this one here, right? And you could solve and simplify the rest. So finally we have integration x varying from 1 to 3, right? We have 9x plus 3 times of dx. So when you solve this integration with respect to x, that is pretty simple. 9x square by 2 plus 3x, and here the limits of integration, they vary from 1 to 3. So when you solve the upper and lower limit, when you substitute them, it would be 9 by 2 into 9 plus 9 minus 9 by 2 minus 3. So it would be 9 by 2 into 4 plus 6. So that would be 36 plus 6. So finally your answer is equal to 42. So this is our final answer, right? So I hope you understood this question well. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.